Throughout fiscal year 2026, the Chicago Jobs Council continued its mission to reimagine the Illinois workforce system so that all people can thrive through employment. From policy advocacy and convenings to trainings, partnerships, and new learning opportunities, this year reflected the power of collaboration, resilience, and community leadership across the workforce development field. In August 2025, Chicago Jobs Council released the Chicago Workforce Development Report in collaboration with Compass Pro Bono. The report examined the current state of workforce development across the Chicago region and identified opportunities to strengthen coordination, equity, and long-term sustainability within the workforce ecosystem. The project brought together insights from workforce providers, community-based organizations, advocates, and system leaders to better understand the challenges facing the field and the strategies needed to meet a rapidly changing economic and policy landscape. The report also reinforced the importance of investing in workforce infrastructure, strengthening collaboration across sectors, and centering community voice in workforce system design and implementation. In September 2025, CJC released the CJA Table Report, a report documenting lessons, challenges, and opportunities emerging from implementation of Illinois' Climate and Equitable Job Act, also known as CJA. As one of the nation's first major clean energy workforce laws centered on equity, CJA has committed significant investments toward creating pathways into clean energy careers for communities that have been historically excluded from economic opportunity. CJC convened CJA workforce grantees throughout the year, serving as a trusted intermediary connecting workforce organizations, state partners, and community leaders to help ensure Illinois' clean energy transition created equitable opportunities for all communities. In October, CJC staff visited member organizations advancing workforce equity through community-rooted solutions. At Chicago Women in Trade, staff learned about efforts to increase the participation, retention, and leadership of women in skilled trades through structured pre-apprenticeship programs and wraparound support. CJC also visited Scale It to see firsthand how community-based organizations connected workforce development, literacy, and housing stability to support families and learners. These visits reinforced the importance of investing in community expertise, trusted partnerships, and equitable pathways to employment. Later that month, CJC co-hosted the 4th annual Chicagoland Workforce Development Symposium alongside the Chicagoland Workforce Funders Alliance. CJC led a public policy panel focused on resilience, opportunity, and hope in a challenging policy environment. In November 2025, the Chicago workforce development community mourned the passing of Bob Warlaw, a longtime workforce leader who influenced policy to increase economic mobility, was a mentor, an advocate, and the former executive director of Chicago Jobs Council. Known by many as a servant leader, Bob championed grassroots advocacy, built lasting partnerships, and mentored a generation of workforce professionals whose work continues today because of his guidance and vision. Throughout the year, CJC convened workforce professionals through in-person, virtual, and hybrid learning experiences designed to strengthen the field. From AI and wellness to leadership development and systems change, CJC offered more than 25 trainings, workshops, webinars, and learning communities for workforce professionals, public audiences, and service providers. CJC also hosted quarterly workforce convos for CJC members throughout the year. These conversations created space for workforce professionals to engage with timely issues impacting the field, including CJA workforce implementation, SNAP work requirements, and CJC's policy agenda that's set by members and workforce stakeholders. Each month, CJC convened executive leaders from workforce development organizations through the Executive Forum. The forum gave CEOs and executive directors the opportunity to share challenges, align messaging, discuss policy priorities, and identify opportunities for collaboration. Peer-to-peer discussions throughout the year explored topics ranging from the economic impact and value of workforce development to the growing impact of artificial intelligence on job seekers and service providers. CJC's policy and advocacy team worked to ensure that the public policy in Chicago, Illinois, and the nation supports equitable access to quality jobs and adequate funding for workforce programs. This included leading the Skill for Good Jobs Coalition focused on Illinois state policy, as well as participating in federal policy and advocacy. In February, Chris Worland, CJC's Director of Policy and Advocacy, attended the National Skills Coalition Skills Summit in Washington, D.C. Chris led the Illinois delegation advocacy visits on Capitol Hill, where they visited the D.C. office of Illinois representatives to discuss workforce development funding, sector partnerships, and supportive services for trainees and job seekers. In February 2026, the Workforce Development Community gathered at Midwest Coast Brewing for CJC's annual fundraiser. With a winter carnival theme, attendees built connections, strengthened relationships, and celebrated the power of community through an evening of games, networking, and camaraderie. Also in February, CJC launched the CJC Learning Hub, a new on-demand learning platform created for workforce development professionals. The launch marked an important expansion of CJC's commitment to accessible, flexible, professional development opportunities for the workforce field. In May 2026, the Learning Hub debuted Workforce Development 101, a foundational course designed for professionals entering the workforce development field. The course explored topics including the dual customer model, inclusion in workforce development, and co-designing programs for impact and longevity. The launch reflected CJC's continued investment in strengthening the workforce ecosystem through education, innovation, and shared learning. Over the past year, Chicago Jobs Council brought together advocates, practitioners, policymakers, educators, and community leaders to strengthen workforce development across Illinois. Together, we advanced collaboration, elevated community voices, expanded learning opportunities, and continued building a workforce system rooted in equity and opportunity for all. Thank you to our members, partners, supporters, and workforce champions for making this work possible.